Hello everyone, the sun has set on Epsom Downs after a really scorching day, and what an amazing amount will have happened here before it sets again tomorrow at the end of Derby Day. For as usual, this green corner of Surrey, just 15 miles from central London, will be host to upwards of 250,000 people spreading all across these ancient downs, invading the funfair, picnicking in the crowded car parks and wedging themselves and their best clothes in the grandstand. And all to see one 3-year-old horse run 1.5 miles faster than 17 others, thereby making his owner £100,000 richer, earning a stud value of over £10 million. Well, we're here the night before at Tattenham Corner at the Burney Steakhouse on what has already been a fascinating day. But Lester Pickett won't have a ride in the Derby after all, an exclusive interview coming up. And early this morning, the two much-fancied overseas challengers, Golden Fleece from Ireland and Persepolis from France, were out on the track. We'll be finding out how they got on, how they shaped up.
Fleece is now going into the stalls, so this is a really vital moment. Will he go in without hesitation? Here's the favourite. I believe all's going to be well. Right, he's in. Over to you, Graham Good.
So there's just one more to go into the stalls. So this is the 200th Derby, and that one is Palace Gold. The one nearest to us is Florida Sun. On the far side of him, Fitzwarren. But that's it, they're under orders and they're away. Palace Gold a little bit slowly into its stride, and it's Reef Clay that leads in the very early stages from Wong Choi up on the outside. With the leaders too is Cam Parlin. Then on the inside is Florida Sun. They begin the stiff uphill climb, and it's Florida Sun going on from Reef Glade and Lobkowitz, then Cam Parlin, then Wong Choi. At this stage, Issa Martin and Persepolis are last. Pat Edery and Golden Fleece are last but 2 or 3. They continue their journey up the stiff climb on the far side of the track, with Florida Sun in the lead. From Lobkowitz in second place, then comes Norwick in third. Then just on the outside of these is Touching Wood. Then behind Touching Wood up on the outside comes Wong Choi, and behind Wong Choi, Reef Glade. Then up on the inside of Reef Glade, Jalmood, then Fitzwarren, then Cam Parlin up on the outside. They're at the top of the hill now, a mile left to race in the Derby, and it's Florida Sun in the lead. Florida Sun the leader from Reef Glade up on the outside of Lobkowitz, and then up on the inside comes Norwick, and behind these comes Touching Wood, then Wong Choi up on the outside. They begin the turn at the top of the hill with just 7 furlongs left to race. Florida Sun in the lead. From in second place Lobkowitz, then Norwick on the inside, then up on the outside is Reef Glade. Come to the halfway stage in the Derby, Florida Sun on the rails in the lead. From up on the outside, Reef Glade, then comes Lobkowitz, Norwick going well for Greville Starkey, then Touching Wood. Golden Fleece is towards the rear at this stage, so too is Persepolis. Jalmood has plenty to do, Super Sunrise is under pressure, but Golden Fleece is going well on the rails. They've got 4.5 furlongs left to go, and it's Florida Sun in the lead. Reef Glade comes under pressure, Norwick's in third place. They begin the descent to Tattenham Corner. Florida Sun with Peacetime and Joe Mercer making a plan on the outside, and as they turn into the home straight, it's Florida Sun, Peacetime up on the outside, then Father Rudy coming up on the very wide outside. Persepolis is making up ground. Pat Edery is switched to the outside on Golden Fleece, and that one's making up ground, so doing Super Sunrise. Palace Gold coming with a run, but they've got 2.5 furlongs left to race, and it's Norwick in the lead from Peacetime and Touching Wood. Here comes Golden Fleece in fourth place and making up a lot of ground upon the outside, going very well for Pat Edery. And with 1.5 furlongs to go, it's Norwick on the rails, Golden Fleece upon the outside, and Golden Fleece and Pat Edery storm through into the lead. The 6th Derby victory in prospect here for Vincent O'Brien as they come inside the final furlong. Golden Fleece, Touching Wood, Norwick from Persepolis, who's finishing fast, but as they come up toward the line, Golden Fleece from Touching Wood, Silverhawk and Persepolis are at the line. Golden Fleece the winner, Touching Wood is second, then came Silverhawk, then Persepolis, then Norwick, then Palace Golden Fleece, Time and Rockamador, then Cam Parlin and Tibbles and Father Rooney and Super Sunrise, then Fitzpatrick and Lobkowitz and Jalmood, a very big disappointment, then Wong Choi, Reef Glade, and towards the rear was Florida Sun. And so the result of this, the 203rd Derby, is a win for number 5, Golden Fleece, owned by Mr. Robert Sangster, trained by Vincent O'Brien, ridden by Pat Edery. What a marvellous triumph for Pat this. All was going well up on the outside. Second was number 19, Touching Wood and Paul Cook. And officially, it's a photograph for third place between Silverhawk and Persepolis. Well, there is Pat Edery on the 203rd winner of the Derby Stakes. This is Pat's second victory in the Derby. He won, of course, on Grundy, but no horse could give him more pleasure than Golden Fleece, who maintains his unbeaten record, getting a handshake there from Brian Rouse, getting a handshake from Paul Cook, and cantering back.
Never ridden a horse that quickens like him.
You became a father last week. How does this compare?
Oh, that's marvellous. Great week.
Come on, let's get up to the winner's enclosure. Here comes the stable lad and the head lad. Hey. Celebrations here. We've got John Kendrick, the lad, leading in. And in fact, as we rush down here, some of the beaten jockeys asked me who's won. Well, it's Golden Fleece. Pat Eddery, a very cool man, and the Irish are certainly cheering down here as we go forward. Now he's been flanked by the policeman. And let's see if we can just have a quick word with the stable lad. But it's not too easy, as you can see. And Golden Fleece doesn't look too keen about it either. And we've just heard it's a near record time. What's it like being the stable lad of the horse?
Great.
Fantastic?
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you'll have a good night tonight.
Super.
We're running in here. And old Jack Doyle there. He's cheering them in. Coming through the beaten horses now. And in fact, he's got to weave his way through the also-rans in the Derby. As Robert Sangster comes out to lead the horse in. And also, there's Mrs. Sangster. She's going to lead it in. Vincent O'Brien is there as they go towards the coveted winner's enclosure.
The distances were 3 lengths and 1 length, and the time we hear was very nearly a record. But I haven't heard who was third yet. Do we know the result of the photo finish for third place?
And yes, indeed we do, John. The third horse home was number 15, which was Silverhawk, and the fourth horse home was number 11, Persepolis. That result now in the frame, and a time of 2 minutes 34.27 compares to a record time of 2 minutes 33.8. So Golden Fleece maintaining his unbeaten record in this, the fastest derby since the war, and there he is getting a hero's reception.
Yes, marvellous welcome. And there's Mrs. Sangster, who's rather bravely led him in, but how pleased she must be.
Well, very well done. It must be a terrific horse. You know?
Yeah. Well, I only had one word coming round into the straight. I was going to go between them, and then the governor told me to come out because he's such a big horse. And he quickened.
Listen, I was saying before that he doesn't look a pretty big, heavy, almost lumbering horse, but he must be go to go.
He's big, but he acts well. He just hung a little bit towards the end, you know.
We can look at the replay now, Pat, and you'll see when you'll see yourself turning in there. This is when you said you were looking for a position.
Yeah, and I came on the outside just now. You see the noseband, and then I sort of made the ground up very quick without asking him.
Really? I mean, you knew you could pick them. You felt you could pick them up.
And then I've got there sort of a little bit soon, and I've had to go, so I kicked.
And Lester, when we came here, you were thinking he looks a horse looks like he's going to hang in a bit.
Yeah, he was going so easy, it didn't matter. And it just shot past him there, didn't
He
it?
quickened up real good. Yeah. And the great thing is he stayed well. We were just a little bit worried because he was so good over a mile and a quarter if he'd get the trip. Yeah. But he really ran on well.
Well, he run home at 3 lengths. We can look at it as he come up to the line, Pat. You see you're already roasting home there. But we can look at it head on now and see you doing that way. And I think one will see the problems of camber that way around. We look at it the other way. Here we are on the outside. Obviously the slope goes down to the rail. Was he going in?
Well, you know, he's a big horse, and when he got to the front, you know, he just went left a little bit, and with the track going that way, he's gone slightly to the left, but I had my stick there, my left hand, and I just tried to keep him straight.
We look back, we see Persepolis, Lester. He seemed to be in an almost impossible position.
Well, he was a good way back. Two from home.
You'd have thought that in my horse in the straight. But he made it up.
But he's never going to catch Golden Fleece. Lester, I must ask you a sad question. You won on the minstrel of these colours. What do you feel like when those colours went past the post?
Well, you know, it's good luck to Pat, you know. And I think he's a very good horse. What I've seen of him today.
Pat, you once said that Leonardo da Vinci or something was the best horse you've ever ridden, but that you live to regret saying that. But how does this horse compare with the others you've ridden?
Well, he's every bit as good. You know, he won really easy. He was going away, so he's got to be ahead of him.
Vincent O'Brien, and Vincent triumphant in the Derby yet again. Congratulations from all of us.
Thank you.
And a horse who had to survive problems in his way, Golden Fleece.
You mean leading up to the race?
Well, and last year he had a problem, we understand.
Yes, he did. Yes, he got claustrophobia. in a motor horse box, and he really kicked up, and he was very distressed after it. And my staff did a wonderful job with him over the winter and the spring. They kept taking him on trips in the box, and finally he got quite happy. But now, as long as he's got enough room, he's quite happy.
Well, he got here all right, but then we saw in the parade and cantering down, he did get quite hot, and when one was beginning to get worried for him. What would you feel about it?
Well, of course, Nijinsky, his sire, he tended to get a little even more so. So he's got that blood in him. There it is.